What else is great from them? Some of the leg stuff is great. The power, that thing is fucking awesome. Like chicks love that. That's probably the most used piece of equipment in here. Okay. So it's all fucking beat up. It gets used for like stiff legs. Chicks just love it for that.
Yeah. Now,
so jump up, man. I want to change that angle for you.
Yeah, that's what I love. This is what sold me on this piece, was able to adjust the platform, because sometimes the angles are not quite right.
Let's try, let's put on the last one. See how that feels. It may, let's see how it feels. It may hurt your knees a little bit, but let's see. So if you think about that, that's kind of like what it would look like on a ramp, right? Like on a wedge, because it's pointed down.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a quad dominant angle right here. Now, as far as, because we have a lot of platform here, should my feet be back?
Your feet should be at the lowest possible position. That allows you to keep your heels on the platform.
Gotcha.
Yep. Good, walk your toes out, your feet out like a ½ inch. Yep. Pull the toes up, stay on the outside of the feet. Nice.
Let me ask you this. Should my back be flat on the pad? Or
yes.
Should I have that lumbar
flat?
Flat.
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to give you more range at the hip. It's going to be hard at first, but.
See, I'm so used to having that arch, because whenever I'd get real heavy, I would actually thrust my shoulders down into the pad.
Right. So for power, yes. For quad growth, no.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that comes back from that bridge that we did, pushing.
Exactly, exact same thing. It's trying to pull the lower abdominals up.
Gotcha.
Like almost like pulling your balls into your stomach. Nice. Pay attention more than anything to your feet and to how you're making contact with this lower back pad. Okay. So make sure your feet, ideally you're pushing through 3 points, 1, 2, 3. So it's like ball, outside, and heel, and make sure you're pushing hard, like we're spreading the toes.
Right.
Yep. All your attention goes there.
And he ain't lying, just no weight on this bitch.
It's heavy, yeah. Good. All about your feet.
I feel like I could possibly.
Good, yep. Good, so now this rep I want you to come to a complete stop at the bottom. Same thing we do with the squat. Full stop at the bottom, show you're in control, push into the ground as hard as you can and contract, harder, 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 harder. Now use that to create motion. That contraction creates motion, so it's not bouncing. Yep. Yep, control, keep pulling down, keep pulling down, keep pulling down, keep pulling down. Good, and back up. So move the feet back up just a tiny bit. We lost that range. Toe up. Good, yep. Knees come apart a little bit. Good, keep going. Now shove into the ground as hard as you can, but don't move. Push, 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 push. Now use that to create motion. Like 1 to 2 seconds of an isometronic at the bottom. Good.
Dude, just by doing that, it feels like I can't even generate explosive force. I have
Exactly, you have to use your muscles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I even tried it right there and I can't. It's just like me trying to complete the full range of motion.
That's why you can tell if someone's doing it right by how fast it's moving. It's literally impossible.
I tried to do it again. There's no way.
Yeah. No, you can't. That's what I mean. Everyone I train with, I can tell if they're actually contracting or not. Because like it's impossible. Like if anyone could do it, it'd be me. And you'll get faster over time.
Right.
So that's the way to think about it, right? Is the weight moving fast or is the muscle contracting fast? Like I'm trying to contract the muscle fast and the weight's not going fast.
Right.
There's a difference, right? Yeah. So it's like momentum. It's the flip.
Mindset of people just thinking putting weight on there and moving it.
But dude, and it's old school paradigm. It's fine. It served us well for a while, and now we've learned to move on, right? How you feeling?
Got some blood going now.
Good.
I'm so pissed, man. After I used to have some big legs.
Yep.
This is actually mentally fuck with me because my upper body is so big.
Well, dude, you just gain your mobility back. Like focus on mobility and stability, and everything else will come back.
This, you know how it is, man. You feel like you're Superman when nothing's fucked up. Once this happened,
Yeah.
my mind changed, man.
Yeah. Man, I tore my hamstring on that leg press 2 over from you. Just being stupid. Like I put as many plates as I could on, and then I had 2 people sit on either side, just being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'm that guy that athlete, man. I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can play some softball. Now, if I was to speed up the range of motion now, but still applying, generating force through my feet, is that going to be a different outcome?
It changes the resistance profile. I'll explain it to you when you're doing your set. So I think from an athlete's perspective, there's value in training like that because you don't want to lose that stretch shortening reflex. Mm-hmm. From a bodybuilding perspective, you're almost trying to train that out, right? Woo. Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, man. It's a good question. So, like I said, an athlete, you want to have that stretch shortening cycle where I land and I go.
Right.
And that's part of the sport. That's part of the reactivity of the sport. As a bodybuilder, I think we're trying to train that out, but acknowledging that, training that out, decreases athletic ability. So
does, yes.
Bodybuilding by definition is dysfunctional, right? Mm-hmm. We're meant to train. Functional is like the integration of more exercise, more muscles into one. Bodybuilding is isolation. So it's this isolation versus integration.
Right.
So I think bodybuilding in a lot of ways is just creating dysfunction, but you look awesome, right? So it's like this. So if you're training athletes, it's important to be able to delineate between like, are we training for aesthetics or are we training for function? It's different. And I think there should be an overlap. Like I think as a bodybuilder, there's times when I want to train functionally and like gain back that function, but I'm getting ready for a contest, that goes out the window. Right. Like the priority now is looking my best. Sure. It's kind of like we talked about before, like after the contest, let's regain that function. Like let's make sure we don't hurt ourselves and make sure the body works well in an integrated way, rather than an isolated way.
Sure.
Yeah. When do you want to move on from legs or anything else you want to do for legs? You want to do that leg press? Let's do leg press. We'll do some one leg stuff.